Some believe it was Microsoft's failure to replicate the Linux semi-annual update and biennial upgrade model in Windows 10 which led to the birth of Windows 11. So what are the other things that Linux does better than Windows for a common user? The software updates on Linux are seamless, they are free and stable, and they tend not to break your system like Windows. Check out my video on the disaster of 2018 to get an idea. Also, they have a faster bug fix cycle due to their open source nature. They also have fewer system resource requirements than Windows, which means you can use your hardware virtually forever. Modern Linux distros have beautiful themes and graphic user interfaces, all of which are customizable. It also means you no longer need to open the daunting terminal for any of your tasks. The majority of open source apps find their home in Linux distros as they are community-driven, which leads to a ton of privacy-friendly, ad-free software options. Linux distros tend to respect privacy and not collect user data, unlike Windows, Android, and iOS. On Windows, this data collection and advertising are a deadly combination. With your data, ads become targeted, which means you are more likely to engage with them, and it's no secret that malicious actors always find ways to push their ads to the top. The App Store-based installation method like your smartphone was pioneered by Linux distros well before Apple, Google and Windows and is the go-to place to install new software on Linux. Linux is not just one operating system, it has hundreds of variants, called distros, with different interfaces and purposes. Any of these would be good to have as your daily driver. Linux is the go-to choice for niche devices and single-purpose use cases like deploying a one-app environment. As a pro tip, I would recommend you find open source alternatives to your software before switching to the Linux distro. Open source alternatives to paid apps would not only lead to financial savings, they would also result in an ad-free, user-centric experience, even if you don't move to Linux eventually. Also, utilize the Live CD option to check if all your peripherals are supported by the distro. This allows you to run the OS without making any permanent changes and test things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and graphics card. Everything is purged once you boot back to Windows. If you have never done this before, you should do it anyway as a fun exercise. You can use Slitus, which is less than 50 megabytes in size, or any flavor of Ubuntu. If you learned something valuable today, hit the like button and check out my other videos. I will see you in the next one.